The button has been pushed. Hello and welcome. It's March, so you know what that means. There's some craziness in the air. What we wanted to do was we reached out to people and we started to show a bracket because that's a big thing with college football and the big tournament that's happening. And so we actually filled a basketball. What we actually did was fill it with stuff that bothered us at concerts. So I am here with Shay, as always. We have Tyler and Jared with us as well. What's up, boys?
What's up,
What up,
fellas?
what up?
So we teased this in a lot of groups, and I mean, I think the last time I looked, there was over 900 comments on this. So like throughout all the different groups so there is a lot of emotion that goes into what we love, right? Which is going to a concert. And so there is more to this. We're not just going to be negative and only talk about what we hate. At the end of this, we're going to start talking about some of these things that maybe we can do to start making a difference in the stuff that we do hate. But so what we're going to do is we have a bracket. There are 32 teams. Is that right, Jared?
I believe so, yes.
Teams. So teams is a subject. There is 4 regions. We haven't named the regions, but we will try to do that before we post this. And what we want you guys to do is we want you to fill it out. And then on our Instagram at What's the Reason for This, as well as in our Facebook group, What's the Reason for This? ? You can go and you can vote. So we will have 1 versus 8, and that will go for a day. People will vote, and whatever goes on goes to the next round. We will do that until we get to a championship, and then we will have a winner. There will be prizes for all of this. There will be a prize for the bracket that is the best. If there are multiple brackets that have the same thing, what we will do is we will raffle a winner from that. We have gift cards, shirts, posters, stickers, all sorts of stuff.
You've probably talked about the fact that this is going to have prizes, right? This is the first time noticing, right?
No, because I didn't know I was going to have prizes until
yes, okay, awesome.
until my homies reached out to me.
Yes.
Thank you to the homies. So
I totally pay attention to the group chat, I have to swear.
well, we talk a lot as we do on the podcast, but yeah, no. So we've had vendors just like we have in the past with the raffles and stuff. We will shout them out and promote them for their regions or for what they're giving and what they've donated to us. But yeah, it's super cool, man. The community wants to help. We've talked about, hey, what's the reason for this is talking about the music community. And so although we're talking about shit we don't like, it is an opportunity for us to start and have conversations. So we're going to pick winners. It's not just the winners that can win prizes. What we also will be doing is giving away prizes to the people that have the most engagement, whether it's commenting, sharing our polls or our group, inviting people to the group or to our Instagram page. It really helps us grow, and we want to get in front of more people, more like-minded people, and we don't have the funds to pay for the meta ads that Zuckerberg is asking for, and so we're doing it the organic way, and we're doing it fun. So we have 32 things. Tyler, if you'll do me a favor, let's
Drum roll,
pull up that bad boy.
please.
Damn it, Tyler. Ta-da! All right. Oh, so I don't have them numbered, but to make this easier, guys, we will start in the top left. Tyler, is there any way that you can zoom into just the top left section down from gatekeepers and then end on clothespins?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. That's perfect. That's perfect. So if you take a look at it, we have in the 1 spot gatekeepers versus the 8 spot face painters. And the way that this works is number 2 is actually fighting, and that's going against number 7. Number 2 going against number 7 clothespins. Then we have doom scrolling versus bathroom lines and tarpers versus bottle caps. So the first one that I want to start with that obviously is near and dear to my heart, and this was one that I threw up there immediately, which is number 1. It is not the number 1 seed of the entire tournament per se, but it is definitely a top 4, and it's fucking gatekeepers. And that's because I hate them. I fucking despise them. It makes no sense to me. It does when you think about narcissism or entitlement. But realistically, like, people want to be part of this community. So I've had lots of instances with gatekeepers ever since we started doing the podcast. I keep having more instances with gatekeepers. What do you guys feel? Do you feel like gatekeepers should be a top seed, or is this just my personal bias?
You're definitely a little biased, I'm sure, because
100%. Yep. But
but it is annoying as hell. It's extremely annoying. So I agree.
yeah.
I
Well,
think
and then the other.
face painters aren't a. You know what I mean? I don't really. It's not a.
I mean,
I don't care about face
and
painters.
on the devil's advocate here, I have had someone try to aggressively paint my face and damn near poke my eye out with her brush. But beyond that, I don't really mind those guys as long as they're not like assaulting my face with their colors. As much as I can't stand like all the Catterday shit, which I would have put on here now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway,
I did
my vote's
indulge in my
Gatekeepers.
first Catterday when
Yeah.
we were in Atlanta,
Yeah.
so I can't really hate on the face painters.
What's really funny is Jared's like, no, I'm not getting face paint, but Nolan is, and Nolan had done it a couple times, and this chick is notorious for doing it. She's like the dragon cat lady, and the way that she does it is she gives you a color for every time that you've allowed her to do Catterday.
Oh, I didn't know that's how she did it.
Yeah, so there is like more rules to the painting, but like why I wanted to put this on this, and obviously it's super low because it's going against a 1 seed, so it like barely made the list. We were just trying to fill stuff out. For me, it's like, okay, random people walking up and like touching your face when you're messed up, like fuck that.
That's fair.
And then like the worst part is when I have had my face painted, you forget that your face is painted.
Yes.
So then,
And
you
go
leave,
out into the world. Yeah.
you leave the show, and now I'm just looking like fucking John Wayne Gacy crying, right? Like, and so that's bad. But like with the gatekeeping, I guess for me, what I think is like bullshit is I feel like we are trying to build a community, and gatekeepers are trying to keep it enclosed, right? So we're obviously going to put it up to the people. And we'll have that go. Does somebody want to do the next one?
Well, we got doom scrolling cell phone and bathroom lines.
Oh.
Are you just talking about somebody who's just constantly scrolling on their phone during a show?
Yes, dude. Just like for no reason.
That's my like I'm guilty of that. And then like there's also like well, and I mean in the sense of, like checking your phone or something, seeing what I always want to know what time it is. Like chronically, it's a weird thing I've got. And then sometimes you're trying to keep track of your buddies, but like when you look over and see somebody that has their phone brightness on turned all the way up and they're like just looking at fucking Pinterest, like get out of here with that shit. Bathroom lines they suck, but you're not going to, unless people just stop having to use the bathroom, that's always going to be a thing. So again,
No,
it's up
but
to the
I
people.
also think it deals with venues, right? And like
Yeah,
I think
it's-
for us as dudes, like we're quick, right?
Yeah.
But like our counterparts, our ladies go to the bathroom, and I think this is up there for the ladies. Like sometimes those fucking ladies lines are so fucking long, right?
Yeah.
Like step break isn't long enough.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Is like they can
I
go
mean,
at
that
step
happens in
break.
the men's room too, though.
Yeah, but we'll piss on top of each other, right?
That's
like
true, that's
fucking
true.
Star Wars,
sword
baby.
fight.
Yeah.
I have
Sword
actually
fight,
gone
yeah.
into a bathroom stall with during a set break, and just me and this other dude peed into the toilet at the same time. Like I've doubled up on urinals
Dude,
too, man.
I honestly, as you were telling this story, I thought you were going to say you peed between somebody's legs that was pooping, and I was going to be super impressed with you.
No, I'm not that savage, but still, I'm just saying you can move quicker in the men's room. That's
No,
yeah,
for
they,
sure.
they do move a lot faster.
yeah. My vote for, like, again, it's up to the people, but the doom scrolling is what kills me. As much as I bitch about people filming the whole show, like that just, yeah. Phones out in general irritates me when they're like, oh.
Well, and then filming is a whole different thing because this is doom scrolling, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
this is
somebody going on like Facebook and like checking their, oh, what's the Instagram or what's this? Because like I have definitely had people just like sitting there and like looking, like you said, in the glow, and then like you're like attracted to it, and then you're like just constantly out of the side of your eye, just seeing like why? What are you doing if you're on your phone the whole fucking time?
Yeah.
Tyler, you want to do the next one?
Yeah, it's tarpers and taking bottle caps, and these both suck. These ones are going to be top ones for me for sure, both of them. So
Oh, God.
taking the bottle cap sucks because I always, go with my wife. I get 2 water bottles. If I'm going through the pit, it's hard to. I want to put one in my back pocket, squeeze it a little bit, open it, close it, put it in my back pocket, and then I can move.
Same.
Instead of having to worry about
Yeah.
running into people. So it's just silly, man. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Does anybody know why they take the bottle caps?
So we don't flick or throw them at the artist.
So I've heard.
Oh,
So we don't
really?
throw them at the artist, and we'll circle back to that because
'Cause you
that's
can
bullshit.
fucking
And then the
launch
other
them?
reason I've heard is so that it's less convenient to refill the water bottle.
Okay.
So you go buy more water. Like the not throwing it at the artist is, I guess, but like if I can throw a bottle of water.
That's true.
Yeah,
Like, so,
exactly.
like,
And now
Yeah.
it's
if I'm really
open, so it
determined to
fucking
ruin this
explodes.
show, like I guarantee you, I'll find some shit to throw at
For
these
sure,
guys.
but
like,
if you
Yeah.
just flick a bottle
hate
cap,
that.
nobody's gonna know where that came from.
yeah,
And the bottle
I
cap's
guess.
not going to go. You'd have to be on the rail if it's going to make it to the stage. I mean, that
guess,
thing's
I
only going to
don't-
go 20 feet.
I don't know. Maybe we could ask our boy.
Yeah.
You know,
I could.
I don't know
Yeah,
why they take
this
them,
is
but-
one of those things where we should be reaching out. Like, hey, reach out to the podcast. Tell us why you guys take the
What's
bottle
the
caps.
reason for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
what? Yeah. See, he said the
Please
thing.
explain what's the reason
Yeah,
for this. But
it's
we
so
all know
horrible.
that fucking taking bottle caps isn't passing because near the scum of the earth is fucking tarpers.
Yeah.
Like,
now if they
Oh
pick it
my
up
God.
before the show starts, does that change your opinion?
I mean, I guess
That helps.
the biggest thing for me is
definitely
the
But it's
size.
like an official thing, right? Like a
The
Telluride. Like,
size.
I just feel like, think about our group.
tell you what,
We
tell-
get
dude,
in
tell-
and we
tell
hold
you
our
what, though.
spots, or we can go get drinks and go refill our water. I mean, it's not like.
Bro, did you see the guy at Goose that
Oh,
brought a fucking sheet
absolutely.
and duct tape and then fucking literally like taped out his spot? And like
Okay.
at Fish Dicks last year, I remember
Okay.
somebody took a toe strap.
Yeah, that's
and
not
toe
cool.
strapped an
The
entire
whole row
row.
of seats.
Like,
Yeah, I saw that.
or like, and somebody brought up Telluride. So like Telluride does it right. Like you
Yes.
have to sleep in line. They give random numbers,
Yes.
and then they have the running of the tarps at 10 a.m. and they literally play. And my fat ass used to run until I totally ate shit one year, and so now I wait for the number, and then I let the skinny fast people in my group run our tarps to our spot. But that makes more sense, right? Because then like they have a limit on the size of tarps. It's different sections. Like I always go now that I have kids to like the shade pop-up tent section, and then there's like a seating section right in front, and then there's like a low back chairs right behind that. And so like tarping with rules is okay. What I hate is like these tarpers, like they had to get rid of it at Red Rocks because
Yes.
like people at Widespread would come in and like 30-foot tarp like down the road.
all right, this
Yeah.
quarter of the venue belongs to me now.
Exactly. And like it goes
Fuck
back
that.
it goes back to like entitlement and bullshit, but I definitely know. I feel like that's going to be a deep run is the tarpers.
good.
Jared, you want to go with the last one?
Yeah, let's go. It's fighting versus clothespins.
Little peckers.
And for me, this
Little
is no
peckers.
brainer.
that's-
Fighting is
Yeah.
way worse.
Fighting, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Cody
don't
might have
understand it,
something
man.
to say. I know
That's
how
the
he
last
feels
thing I'm
about
trying to do.
clothespins. I
I've
enjoy
got-
when someone
I love
gives
them.
me a clothespin. I'm not necessarily going to wear it on my hat. I feel like it's somewhat
No.
distracting.
Yep.
But I do have.
Can we talk about?
I have a display case
origin of
over here, and
clothespins, though?
they're all pinned on there, so I can't hate on a clothespin.
Yeah. Wasn't that renewal?
What?
The clothespin? I
Dude,
thought it was somebody
Cody's
gave
got a
him one at
reason for
renewal.
this. What's
That's-
the deal with these clothespins, Cody? You seem to be
That's
the
pretty
first
fired
time I
up
saw
about
it.
them.
Dude, no. So I've seen them for ever. I saw them at
Okay.
Cheese probably like 14 years ago, maybe.
I mean, it's just
What-
an easy trinket. I mean, that's
Yeah, but what's
it's-
funny is like every scene has like a person that
Yeah.
started it, and
Yeah.
people seem to think that like, and they're great people. I know there's a couple in the Billy scene down in Florida that like started it in Billy, but they didn't start the clothespin thing. And when it came to clothespins, like back in my day, what you used to do with clothespins is it was more of a could you get it and clip it on someone without them noticing.
Yes.
Not a
I
fucking,
remember that. Yeah,
here's
I
a
remember that.
clothespin, put it on your hat. Like, it was like, I'm going to fucking get this to hang from your ass, and you're not going to know. And then you're going to grab it and be like, oh, it's a clothespin with a goat.
Yeah.
Yes, I am not the biggest fan of clothespins, but fucking fighting at a concert, like, you have to be a special piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
to,
let's be clear. In the context of our concert shit, yeah, you got to be special. Like, I'm not sure how you're trying to start a fight at a bluegrass show. If you're going
even
to
a
like
jam band show or a fucking reggae show.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, to be clear, I've been sucked into a couple fights at like really gnarly ass punk shows and metal shows. Like, that makes more sense. But like
Yeah,
in this
but that's-
context, yeah.
That is part of that culture, right? So like a mosh pit and like you're literally fucking running through there, throwing elbows, kicking and shit. Like, yes,
Yeah.
of course a fight's gonna fucking
God,
happen
I
there.
miss mosh pits. I'm too old for that shit.
But
now,
yeah,
I had some fun in the day.
At Billy Chicago 23, a couple got tossed out for fighting. This trashy guy. Yeah, I mean, what a piece of shit. Billy paused the show. It really just threw off the whole vibe.
Was that the one where he threw up the little pecker thing?
No, that was Berkeley. That was
Yeah,
Berkeley.
this
That's
was
right, that's
before
right, it was
that,
Berkeley.
but still, just it's never fun.
Yeah,
Man. It's never fun.
The Chicago fight happened, and I think that Chicago fight was the same show that he talked about. Like, I smell Cinnabons because somebody was ripping a
Deemer,
vape,
yeah.
a flavored Deemer.
Ugh.
That was pretty funny. All right, so that is the first section. Let's go down to the next one. Well, goddamn, we know what I'm starting on. So this is officially empty chairs versus Carlos. I mean, security on a power trip. I'm just kidding. Carlos is the fucking man.
I love you, Carlos.
Yeah, buddy.
But so empty chair. Nobody needs to ask me how I feel about empty chairs. This is a long-standing thing. Security on a power trip really does suck. We were in Atlanta, and we were going through, like, airport security scanners, like, having to put stuff through. And
no vapes, no lighters.
And it just, it kills the vibe, right? And not that, like, I definitely want everyone to be safe and secure, but, like, sometimes, or even, like, it's hard. You go to some of these other places, and obviously I know you're not supposed to smoke inside, but, like, some of these security that are sniping people that are smoking in the pit or whatever, and then they come and try to fucking yank them out of the show.
I have to, like, remember that, because, like, you know, especially if it's like a vape or something. If you're in any of the venues on the Front Range, nobody gives a shit. Like, it's been years since anyone said anything to me, and then, like, I don't think I've seen
But that's
security
because
say,
it's Colorado state flower, right?
Yeah,
so, like,
exactly.
What if you
So,
went
like,
back to West
whatever, I
Virginia?
don't
If you
care,
went
but,
back
like,
home, what would it be like in West Virginia?
It would depend on the venue. You're not, nobody's, at least I don't think anybody, it's been a while since I've lived there, and they do have medical now. I can't imagine people be, like, rolling joints in the pit and smoking.
What about Texas, Tyler?
Yeah, Texas is a no-go. Dallas,
they pop
if you
you for that
vape
shit.
or anything, they're dragging you out. And Oklahoma City as well. Yeah,
Is the Midwest
no
any
lighters,
different,
no
Jared?
vapes.
Like Chicago and Michigan?
Well, Detroit's definitely different. So at Pine Knob, they have a dispensary inside the venue. They want you to yes, they want you to purchase
Colorado
the
doesn't
weed
even
right
have
there,
that.
baby. Oh yeah, they've got it there.
That's awesome. How did I not know that?
Yeah, I don't know. So they're pretty 420 friendly there in Detroit. You know, Chicago, I feel like it's pretty wide open. You know, nobody really cares as long as they're keeping the peace. They got bigger issues there.
But yeah, it definitely sucks. You give them a little bit of power and they fucking take it full force.
Yeah.
But we definitely know that empty chairs are the fucking bane of existence. So
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to get the power trip shit. I mean, that doesn't matter where you're at.
all right, Tyler, you're a woohooer. You better do this one.
Yeah. I don't mind that one. You guys know that. All right, woohooers and expensive drinks.
Oh, expensive drinks. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
sucks.
have you ever had a fucking woohooer right behind you? Or like Tyler being like, yeah, woo, yeah. Like, God damn it,
Yeah,
Tyler.
I have, man.
I mean,
but
it's
that
not
shit's free.
it's not like
Timing.
every 20
It's
minutes.
timing.
It's like when they're just letting it rip, baby. That's the only words of the song
Yeah,
they
That's
know.
fun. I don't know.
Oh, no, for sure.
I-
And I'm obviously being dick. And you guys
Hold
know
up.
my favorite
was-
is Let's Fucking Go as
Yeah, I was
loud
gonna
as
say,
possible.
Cody over here acting
burn
like
this
she's not like the
motherfucker
whole. I guarantee you, everybody at Ball Arena could hear you.
They can certainly see them.
Yeah, with that shit, yeah, dude.
Oh, dude, the highlighter. It's fucking,
I
it's
love
where
it.
it's at. I guess you're right, because it sucks when I go to Red Rocks and I buy my wife a double vodka lemonade and it's $32.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like, fuck.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's just not
I
necessary.
mean, that's yeah.
But can
It's
we
not
also
great.
talk about not just expensive alcohol drinks? Because like $15 tall boys are also fucked.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
dude,
or like a $10 water.
Eight
Yes,
$8 for a
like-
Red
Yeah,
Bull.
like I.
dude,
Yeah.
we were in. I hate to say this again, but we were in Atlanta, and there was one fucking water fountain in the entire place, and it's like, and then the bottles of water were like $8 or $10. And it's like, that is fucking highway robbery, and how
Yes.
is that not illegal? Like, this is a basic human right. We have the right to fucking water and free water. And I know that they're trying to sell concessions, but especially at some of these shows where, like, people are passing out and fucking heat exhaustion or whatever it is, like, I feel like you should. Now, I will say, and I don't know if this is the band or the venue, but we've been at a lot of shows in Denver at the Mission.
I think it's a venue
and
thing, Cody.
It is where they give out water.
I believe so.
Like,
Yes.
The guys in security in between stage will walk through and they will pass water bottles through.
There's
Or
a
they've
mission
just
guy
got the
that does that a
Gatorade
lot.
tubs and they're handing out water cups.
Yeah.
But either way,
that
it's
shit is
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, they just don't want people going
You don't
down.
see that in Texas. Yeah, in
Really?
Texas, Oklahoma, you do not see that. You can't bring water bottles in. So, like in Colorado, a lot of most venues let you bring in an empty water bottle.
Or
So
full if it's sealed. Even better.
Or full if it's sealed. You know, you can bring in water bottles.
Yeah.
So that sucks,
Can we talk
too.
about the microplastics? Let me bring in my fucking tin
shut
can
up.
instead of the micro. I'm just kidding. That's my wife. That's my wife speaking, okay?
Reusable.
But dude, yeah. Expensive drinks are fucking terrible. Now, with the woohooers, I will also say I have a close buddy, and I know that some of you guys have gone to shows with him. His name is Chad, but he's a fucking barker.
That's
he's a
fucking
Chad.
unacceptable.
Dude,
I hate that shit.
It's fucking bad, dude. And like, I know that everybody enjoys differently. And just like you said, I'm a fucking loud, let's fucking go, or I'm screaming at Jared Walker to set my baby bird free. Like,
But it's not constantly. You know, it's when you're
no, you like
the
pick your
music's
moment.
peaking. Or let's
Yeah,
go,
it's-
boys.
I
Let's
have
Let's
timing.
seen
go.
someone tap Cody on the shoulder and then be like, seriously, dude? And Cody's like, all right, that was the last one. My bad. That would work when we're all real excited. Yeah, I get it.
like, or I've gotten so good at it now where I like yell and then I immediately be like, okay, I'm sorry guys, like I'm sorry, that was it. I'm over.
I'm done.
I just got to get it out, but like, and definitely get it. So like, I feel with the woohooers, so I don't really fucking know how that one's gonna go. But I feel like there's a lot more people that drink that are gonna be like, yeah, fuck no, I don't want to spend an entire paycheck on getting drunk at the show.
For sure. All right, up next,
Jared?
we got amateur photographers and then balloons versus beach balls.
And
How
as
the
Jared,
fuck, dude?
Jared is the one that takes the best photos and videos out of all of us. So I feel like, but he's also not annoying with
This
it.
is tough.
right?
So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's two things. I
Yeah.
feel like, I've gotten pretty good at trying to keep it in front of my face.
you gotta keep it
so
close.
it's not really affecting other folks. I'm
Can't
also
keep
And
it
you turn your screen brightness down.
all
Turn
the
your
way
screen down, folks.
I'm also not very tall, so to be honest, it's
I
not
mean,
really in
that's-
a lot
I
of
don't wanna
people's
go
way.
there, but yeah.
It's okay, but I'm not out here putting it above my head. It's right here. It's only really obstructing my view, and in my opinion, that's the way to do it. If you're gonna hold it up, maybe get a quick photo or something, but in and
be
out,
fast.
in and out. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Man,
Yeah.
I just
And
I
don't do
just-
it every
I-
song.
How do you
not
not like
every
balloons
song.
or beach volleyballs, guys? What's
And especially
I
for
like
these
them. I think
bands.
they're
I mean, if you want to recap, listen on Nugs, okay?
yeah?
Well, wait, hold on. How do you not like balloons or beach balls? Have you ever been blasted in the face with one of those fucking beach balls?
Yeah, you gotta stay on it. That's for you, man.
I've got
You
better
gotta
awareness
fucking-
than that, bud.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for that shit.
Yeah,
Cody.
wait.
Yo,
Oh.
you guys ever? Dude, you
waiting to-
see me? I'm fucking locked in. I'm in the. I'm looking
That's
there.
fair.
I'm not looking around here.
Yeah.
Or like
I spend a lot of time at shows looking around at the crowd and people watching, actually. So I almost always see that shit coming in.
Yeah. And my eyes are closed a fair amount of the time, so I get it, but
Fucking vibing, bro.
got those.
But like also, I feel like the people that actually put in effort to get like the good ones or like the fun ones. Like I know at Goose they had like a alligator,
Yeah.
like inflatable. Like there's been fun ones, but like the shitty.
Have you ever
like,
played volleyball with the band?
What?
When I saw Fulton Lee at the Boulder Theater, they set up a volleyball net on the front of the stage, and then while the band played, they hit the volleyball the beach ball over the net back and forth between the audience and the band.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, well that would be fucking
That'd be fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw it out there, guys. Yeah, I could see him doing that.
Andy, we have suggestions for your next
Volleyball
show.
net.
Maybe
Yeah,
at the
so-
Levitt. They got a lot of grass
Like a
out there.
paintball gun? I don't know.
Oh god, but I've definitely seen fucking aggro dudes. It's
Yeah.
not me that will grab it and fucking like rip it or
And like rip it
pop
apart, yeah. Or like
Yeah.
they step on it and pop it.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, But seriously, so amateur photographers, the above your head shit,
It's not cool.
Okay,
It's not cool.
I'm gonna do this for 7 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
It's
like
the
that's
most annoying thing.
man.
Yeah, it's half the set, and it's usually a drunk guy. He's zoomed in on like a speaker. It doesn't even know it. He's not even facing the band.
Have you witnessed the recording centipede where there's like one person recording and a person recording that person recording and then someone behind? So it's like 3 or 4 people deep of just recording the same thing. I love that shit.
Yes.
that's fucking awesome.
See, that's entertaining.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
You lean in and you're like, "Hey guys, I hope you all get the shot you need." That's going to be great.
Nope, this
Like,
one
you
didn't
can
work.
sell-
I need another one.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
sell it to TMZ.
Yeah.
My favorite is the people that fucking zoom in a bunch on their phone to try to get a close picture of the band, and then it just becomes like a pixelated garbage
Yep.
fucking Nintendo photo.
Yeah.
Like, well, this last one is for Shay.
This one's tough.
I mean, clearly, tough. And no, there's no concern. You guys can suck on my farts all day versus a cigarette, and I don't care. Like, I'm just saying, man. Like, if somebody lit up a cigarette, I should. It is more acceptable for me to shit my pants next to you at a show than it would be to light a cigarette. That's all I'm saying. Like that, I have never experienced that in probably the last 10 years because it's
Really,
it's
even
such,
at fucking
Red
hard
Rocks?
rock shows.
Oh, okay. See, I'm thinking indoors, like at Red Rocks.
I guess it did
it's
Yeah, I was
say
thinking
inside.
indoor. Yeah, it says,
says
yeah,
inside.
Yeah.
inside six
Says
smokers.
inside.
You know, those are the words on the screen. So that's but like,
Hey, boys.
I have not. I
don't
have
have
not
my
experienced
glasses
that. Yeah, that's fine. But
The
in like
reflection.
like when it legitimately hit. When's the last time one of you? Because like I feel like if that person did that, they get bounced out by security so fast.
I've had it. I think it happened in Oklahoma City, man.
Yeah, dude, it
Yeah,
happens
or
all the
Tulsa.
time to me. So what they do is
Somebody
they
did it, and yeah, it was disgusting.
they light it, but then they cup it.
Yeah.
So they put it in. They put it in their thumb, and then it's in their hand, and then they're
I guess I just
smoking it. Like, yep.
like disclaimer for everybody.
Like a
I
joint.
fucking hate cigarettes. So like that if
Yeah.
that happened to me, like I'd just reach over and snap that shit. Like absolutely not. Nope. That's
You know what you don't hate?
and I would
Fucking-
fart while I would do it.
and you would fart on people, bro. We were
Yeah.
standing in line the other day, and I was standing next to Shay, and I'm like, God damn.
He's got a weak
I
constitution.
was like, God damn it! Somebody fucking crop dusted us, and it was like a spicy, like fucking heavy one that like
It had
sat
body, yeah.
like on you, right?
Like it's
Full
wet. You
body
better go
content.
wipe. Check yourself.
Oh,
Ugh.
dude, like acidic, like
Yes.
burns your nostrils, and then just like sits in there, and then like 5 minutes later, Shay's like, "It was me, dude." I was like, "God damn it, Shay!" Like
Yeah.
fucking.
I mean, it
But
happens,
dude,
man.
the worst is like you're in pit and somebody just fucking keeps ripping ass.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
keeps ripping ass. It's fucking aggressive. And so as like the
But
resident
that's gonna
fat,
happen, man. People are eating and
but
drinking
shut
all
the
kinds
fuck
of
up
things.
as the resident fat
Eating
man. What
paper.
happens is people look around and they're like, "Oh, it was fucking that guy. That was definitely
not
that
moving.
guy."
That's fair.
There's a guy standing very still, not moving.
Yeah.
He's just gonna stand there.
Well, but what
He's
about
by
that guy
himself.
in
He's
the
with
in the
nobody.
venue that farts and then immediately turns around and is like, "Oh God, who was that?" I'm like, "Well, I don't smell anything yet, so my guess is it was you, bro." Like,
That's Shay's move
yeah.
right there. Be like,
Yeah,
"You
that's
son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
That's what I do.
Secret.
You son of a
No,
bitch."
I'm proud of my work. You know, my time is very valuable, so whatever I spend my time doing, I'm proud of. So
Listen,
yeah,
I will tell you
proud of
right
the shit.
now, I
Yeah.
am not a quiet farter. If I'm ripping ass in a concert, the fucking band will probably hear it.
No.
Okay, so
That would royal up
Kodi
there.
on the horn section over here. Yeah.
all right, let's go upper right, baby. Ooh, so this is the number one seed in all the tournament, boys. The number one seed in all the tournament. When we posted this thing into a few different music community groups, I would say almost 60% of all the comments of stuff that people didn't like at shows was some variation of a chomper.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brutal, right?
Brutal.
Like,
Dude, that club we went to at Lulu's, that is the, like, I'm normally pretty good about, unless it's like right in my ear, people talking. It doesn't, I tend to, I just can, I'm okay with it because I do that sometimes, every now and then, rarely. But like at Lulu's, because like the way that back half was situated, it was more the bar than the venue. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it was like the band was playing at like a wedding reception while everybody was talking.
dude, it was a heavy roar. And I don't
Yeah.
know, as like musicians, how much does that impact you?
I mean,
No,
I'm
it
sure
has
you've got to
to.
notice. It has to. Well,
Tyler,
because
what
my
the
guess
fuck are you
is you
doing?
can see, well, I would think it would be more because you've got the shit in your ears. You're listening to like metronome or whatever, your music, whatever, however they do that. And, but you can see that people aren't watching or interacting with you, that they're just talking to each other. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you're up front in the pit, you'd be focused. And then if you're back towards that bar because the back is almost like a restaurant is how it's set up.
Yeah, but see, so
I get that.
Lulu's was like a triple decker club, right?
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
Kind of like
you got to think
Ophelia's.
about. Yes, but
Very similar, yeah.
even more so. But like these like theater shows and like the Bluebird and some of these
Okay.
other smaller
I've never
venues,
been
like, dude, there's nowhere to go, right? And so like, I don't know if we can designate like a chomper section at every venue to be like, hey, if you didn't come here for the music, stand in this fucking area and talk over here. Cause like, I don't want to hear about your work drama or about like the shit your kid took. Like, it's just not, that's not what I'm here for. Right. Uh-oh, Shay farted. He fucking muted and farted. I know you did.
I was actually clearing my throat.
Oh, let me clear my throat.
Got a little phlegm.
You know what? I'm not going to clear my
Probably
throat at
one.
all from now on. I'm going to mute it all.
Just yell at everybody.
Just scream. Yeah, fuck you guys.
But dude, chompers suck, right? And
Yeah.
and it's super annoying because like there's not a lot you can do, right? Like
But let's be clear. Everybody, no matter who you are, at some point will do this. Especially if you're like, you're really drunk or you're, doing whatever you're doing. It happens. But what
Shay's
I'm talking...
Shay is
we're
a
talking
part-time
about...
chomper.
Oh, hell
Shay
yeah.
is a part-time
Part-time.
chomper.
Love that shit. It's on the skill section of my resume.
Part-time, long-time.
Yeah,
Part-time,
dude.
long-time.
But like, there's a difference between that and like a guy behind. Like we've had guys, I've listened to guys like actually talk about the Excel formulas they're using to do their jobs.
Fucking nerds.
I'm like, really? Like, first of all, nerd. Yeah, right.
Bro,
But
have
that-
you
I
ever
mean,
used equal sum to fucking tally up
oh,
a...
bro, dude. Let me get up on them pivot tables, dog.
But listen, Chomper's going against poster tubes. I was sad to even put this on here. But people
I had
bitch.
no idea poster tubes was a big thing because there's
So-
a bunch of people that have had to deal with my poster tube on my back.
Well, and so that's what it was, because I was like, oh, what the fuck are people talking about? And they're like, oh, it always gets in your way. And so, like, I guess that makes a lot of sense. Now they've been doing a lot more early merch. But before, we used to, like, rope it, string it on our back.
Yeah.
We're all fucking, I mean, Shay, you and I are huge. Tyler's super tall, too.
I'm
Jared
not big,
just-
but I'm always moving around, and I feel like that's the worst person
Yeah.
to have something on their back is because I'm already kind of taking up
Moving.
more
And then
space than what I feel like
I do
am.
notice sometimes, and I'll slip it around and have it across my front instead of my back, and then that helps me keep it from hitting people.
That's fair.
Fucking around.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that holds it in his hand, and I'm fucking, like, rocking
Yeah.
it in the air. And then people are like, that shit's annoying. I'm like, oh, well, surprise, I'm annoying. But again, it was one of those things that just kind of had to get on there, and it didn't.
I mean, nobody loves getting hit with a poster tube or, if you're holding it up all night.
I mean,
it's
let's
just
be
like
clear.
a sign.
I'm not intentionally hitting you with my poster tube. I want to protect my poster.
Yes, exactly. Because think about it. Otherwise, the option is to rubber band it, put it in a plastic bag, or fucking gorilla grip it, right?
You could
Like-
fold
I
it.
mean, you could hold it at your,
can
at your
fold it.
legs or at your waist
You
like
definitely
a
can fold it.
civilized human.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stand it in front of you
I'm
and
just
just
kidding.
make sure not to hit it.
No, fuck you. If it's hitting you, get off my ass. That's my motto.
I actually kind of agree with that. Like, it's you got to be really up on somebody's nuts
Yeah,
to
you
be
do,
hitting
man.
the poster
Right.
tube.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never had an
But
issue with
there
them.
are scenarios where a place is so fucking packed that is how you have to stand.
For sure.
Yeah, I guess that comes back to a venue and how much they oversell.
Exactly.
But
And now in those cases, I take it off and I put it, I sit it between my legs or like hold it in front of
Perfect.
me.
the other thing that sucks is like you would wish that you could have an option like coat check, but anytime I have ever put my shit in coat check, I am terrified that I'm never going to get it back.
That I've never had an issue.
Really?
I haven't
You've
either,
never-
but I always worry.
Well, that's a you problem, boys. Just don't worry about it, man. It's all good.
It's all easy. I
it's
put
all
it in the
good, man.
sleeve of my jacket, and then I tie my sleeve, and then I
Yeah.
give it to them.
I literally, I pay them and I give them a coat and a poster or two, and I'm like, "What is the number? I will see you at the end of the night, and my tip will be generous. Thank you." And then I forget about it.
Damn it,
And
I
no
wish-
tip.
No, I tip.
Oh, I thought you forgot about
Yeah.
it. I forgot.
Yeah.
And no
Yeah.
tip. All right, Tyler, I know
All
you
right,
have.
baby, what's next?
Body odor and shouting requests. Yeah, y'all know my stance on this.
Interesting.
We just
Body
got that
odor.
at Lulu's.
Soap is cheap, you smelly fucks.
I don't want to smell
Body
your
odor
ass
sucks
cheeks.
too.
Yeah.
Those are body odor's
Dude,
horrible.
Billy at Fiddler's
Again,
last year was terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
This guy in front of
dude.
us, and I hope he's fucking listening. Every time that motherfucker bent over, ass.
Jared couldn't get enough.
Oh,
of it,
dude, Nolan and I were just like, what the fuck is that?
You really shouldn't talk about me like that, dude. That's not
That's
very
rude.
nice.
Cody is right here in the room with us.
He was
bro.
behind me. So he was downwind. It was
But I know
someone else.
Tyler spent some time at Lulu's having some dude screaming behind him.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know why
Yeah.
they do it, Ty? It worked.
What's that? It definitely
did.
worked.
What
That's
song
what
was
was
it he was
even more
looking for?
disappointing, but they ripped it. It was Rain and Snow, and they had just played it 2 nights before, and I'm thinking, there's no way they're gonna play this thing again, right? It's the same run. So, but yeah, they played it. And he screamed it for 10 minutes. Screamed it.
Who does it
And
better?
I was just like,
I
buddy,
remember
I was like,
Shadowgrass
stop,
or
man.
John Mayer?
John Mayer.
John Mayer.
I remember
Dude,
being
just don't sing John Mayer.
when I was back at the steps, man. I was like out back there watching the whole crowd and everything. I just what's the man Luke? He's just like, well, we're gonna play this song for y'all because you've been shouting for it a bunch.
Yeah.
And that guy's
One
like,
guy was, yeah.
yeah,
But those boys
Dude,
ripped,
have you
man.
ever-
They
I
set
gave the
Globe
guy a
Hall
high
on fire.
five for it.
that was
Yeah.
good.
I love Rain and Snow anyway, so I gave him a high five. I wasn't mad about it. It just
But
sucked
then-
getting screamed in your ear for 10 minutes, thinking
Yeah.
there's
Body
no way this
odor,
guy's
you
gonna.
guys.
Yeah,
Have
the
you ever
body
gotten a
odor thing
fucking
sucks.
hug from someone and then smelt it when you got home?
Yeah, every
Yep.
time I hug
Like-
you.
Dude, it's not even true. It's not even
Shots fired,
true.
bud.
Okay, but like it can definitely be fucking because like how do you alleviate that situation, right? Be like, hey, here's some Axe body spray.
Well, and in our scene,
mean, that's
honestly,
just-
BO is fucking prevalent. There's a lot of people
Oh,
who
dude,
don't use,
They're on the road. Well, they're on the road for weeks.
or they're
man, and they
natural
don't,
hippies.
you know.
Combine it all together.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how
I mean,
they live.
anytime you get a big group of people together, chances are some of them are going to smell bad.
Well, and we all smell different, right?
I smell delightful, first of all,
So
Well, I didn't mean you smell
all
bad.
the time. All the time.
we need to have a no hands above your shoulders rule, so then you don't have to expose the pits to smell. And we can figure it out. But I'll be interested to see. I feel like body odor is going to crush on that. one.
That's got to be it, man. Body odor is such a fucking.
But Shadow
You know what I mean?
Request
That's-
is fucking like think about
When someone's
Billy
just
hates when
drunk
people
out
ask
there asking
Bertha,
for
right?
Althea, Bertha, yeah.
Or like what? Okay, obviously we will hopefully all answer this question. What's the one song at any concert ever that people scream? 'Cause why did the guy with the loudest mic have to do that? But yes, it definitely is fucking free.
The audience is now deaf. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, turn Jared down, okay?
All right.
You say that like we've
fucking-
got a producer.
I'm talking to myself, right?
You boys told me I was good at sound check.
Yeah, but then you just keep fucking getting louder. You're just getting all hyped. You're hyped. Shay, let's talk about tall people.
I don't see a problem with tall people. They're great.
Yeah,
lack of free
we
water,
are
dude.
great.
Yeah,
And
I'm not worried
it's
about that at
not
all.
as
Tall
fucking
people,
fault.
dude. That's great. That's sorry about the view. Get taller, bruh.
Dude, I can't wait for our shirt that says "Sorry about the view."
Yeah,
It's
sorry
gonna
about the
be
view,
fucking
bud.
best.
That's great, dude.
It's the best.
I am curious how
But-
this one's going to score. You know, those places that don't have free water, are people upset about it? If you don't
I
expect
mean,
it?
I
assume
feel
they
like
are.
we should be. We
Yeah.
kind of talked about it with the bottle caps, right? And it's fucking garbage when you're paying $8 to $10 for water. Like
Yeah.
some of my favorite festivals are the ones that have like the jugs and the water is accessible and ready to go. I also feel like it's a health thing, right? Like I was joking that it's like a human right, but I really do think it fucking with a large congregation of people, you should have water access for all of them.
Absolutely.
And make it fucking easy.
Well, and let's be honest about, you know, people in the crowd. There's a lot of people that are drinking or doing other things that, you know, maybe we need some water.
1,000%. And I feel like if every venue could do what like some of these venues in Colorado are doing, where they're handing out cups of water or
That's the
bottles of
best,
water,
man.
I feel like if that just became the status quo, like that would be amazing for our entire scene all over.
So
the
here's
place.
the question: do they do that up in the stands and shit too? Because I've only ever
My
seen that
guess is
down on the
no.
rail.
Yeah,
My
I
guess
think
is
it's only
just
in
the
the
rail.
I
Yeah.
feel like
But also,
I think it's down
Go
there
ahead,
because
Jim.
none of us are leaving, and they know none of us are
Yeah,
leaving.
and it's hot. It tends
but
to be
I also
hotter
think
down
it's
there.
because we don't have a designated spot.
That's true too.
Yeah.
So
true.
we condense, right? And then we're all on top of each other, and then it becomes like this heat wave.
And that's part of the reason we don't leave, right? If you don't need to leave, hold your spot. I mean, there's no need to go.
We also don't drink water because we don't want to pee, right?
Yeah, it's a
And
combination
then-
of all of these things.
I mean, that's true, but I also still drink a bunch of beer.
And let's be honest, I fucking know that tall people is going to win this because people
Oh, yeah.
hate on us. And it's bullshit because it's like, all right, so we spent a lot of time waiting in line. I know that you couldn't be there. I will also say that all of us are pretty good about letting people come in front of us. But if we let everyone that was shorter go in front of us, we'd end up at the back of pit, right?
Yeah.
Like, so where is like that happy medium in between of like, hey, yeah, oh, all the 6'4" giraffes, you guys go over here, and just like we have the chomper section, are we going to start a segregation in concerts where we're going to designate different spots for these different groups of fucking people?
Yes.
Otherwise, like, I mean,
As someone
my
who's
wife's
not
spot-
tall, man, I don't hold that against anyone. That's not your fault that you're tall. It's not my fault that I'm short. You know.
I mean, you can kind of scoot over in between two tall people and get
gotta
like
find your
in
window.
the middle. You don't have to be directly behind them, you know.
So, Tyler, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4",
6'4". Cody, you're 6'4".
6'4".
Yeah, I'm 6'2". So yeah, that's 6'3" on a good day if I'm all stretched out. But yeah, I'm actually really conscious of this. Like a lot of it, like when a lot of times if I'm like looking around the crowd and I'll turn around and I'll lock eyes with this, someone who's like 5 foot even. I'm like, you can stand in front of me if you want. And a lot of times they just don't want to.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, now I can't see this giant creepy guy who's coming up behind me. I guess I don't know, but.
Well, it's funny when you, me, Tyler, and Shannon are all together, and we're like the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, we have multiple times, like, we'll all be standing there, and you'll hear someone from behind us be like, oh, come on, guys, really? What are you doing to me? You're killing me. I can't look around this, and there's just some couple that's like, like 5'4" or whatever.
I want, the next time that we're all together, I want Aubrey, Tyler's wife, to stand behind all of us and then
take a picture?
Take a picture of the view from her fucking perception.
Dude, you should get a picture of her like looking at the camera, giving a thumbs up, like she's next to the Great Wall of China. She's like a tourist, like
Dude,
hey, can't see the fucking show.
Photoshop all of us down the line.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
All right, J-Rock, you want to do the last one?
Aubrey's only 4'10", so we've been behind a few people, but we just scoot over to the left.
Dude, is that technically a little person?
Don't say that.
She is a little person. Oh my god!
Don't say that.
Well, we're gonna find out if she listens to the pod. All right, last one here.
Yeah.
Second set pushers versus hoopers and spinners.
Huh. You're talking people that are pushing up during the second set?
Set break. And then they think that it's their
respectful spinners
opportunity.
don't bother me. Hoopers, we don't get a ton of hoopers if they are there in the back.
Where we're at, it's too
That's
crowded.
not fucking true, bro. There's spinners in the front of rail.
There are.
And like there's sections.
That's
usually on the
rare.
side,
There
though.
was
Yeah,
a
they're usually on the
fuckload of
sides.
them. There was a fuckload of them at the Sphere for Dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sphere's a little different though.
Well, the
It's not as
Dead,
packed in there.
Dead and Company shows always have a ton of spinners.
Yeah, for sure. I guess it's
Yeah.
definitely the genre. The Hoopers, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I am fucking mesmerized by those people.
Me too, man.
And have
It's
you
a
ever seen the
talent.
ones with the LEDs
Yeah.
that change as they are that shit? I was at Telluride watching, and this dude saw me locking eyes, and he blew me away for 15 minutes. I was just like,
But there's probably plenty of space at Telluride, right? Where he's not interrupting
he was in
anyone.
the way back. He wasn't on top of
Yeah.
it.
So fun fact about those hoops, like the fancy hoops with all different flower, like LEDs and motion sensors and stuff in them.
Yeah.
There's only one or maybe two companies that actually make those. And
Really?
Yeah, and then they get sold under a bunch of different other brands. So it's a white label thing.
So they white label it.
Yep. One of the biggest producers of those hoops is right down the street from me here in Gun Barrel.
No fucking way.
I shit you not. One of our friends is a supervisor there, and Alex works part-time there sometimes.
Okay, well, so what's the reason for this? We want them on the show, and we want to go do it.
And we love a
man, but it's
customer.
just-
Bro. And then we'll have a hooper come on and fucking hoop for us and tell us hey, why do you
give
love
away a
this?
hoop.
What do you do about it?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm fucking dead serious. Second set pushers, fuck them.
Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
Okay, so hold
Dude,
on. Hold on.
That might be a fucking underdog in this whole tournament. Second
I don't know.
set pushers.
I'm gonna say I don't have. Depending on how you do it, I don't necessarily have an issue with it because if you're moving up during the set break because a bunch of people left, and they didn't leave behind someone to claim that space. It's
But
general
that's what I'm
admission,
saying.
man.
I'm not saying the guys that find the pockets, because you're definitely right. Like in the
Because I do
second
that
set,
a lot of times. You get your show
yeah,
late, you're
you
like, all right,
find it
separate,
and you
we'll
and you
up.
move
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and if
I'm
people
talking
leave,
about
that's-
I'm talking about the second set pushers that like come. It happens to Jared all the time because the three of us are fucking huge, and then Jared's in front of us because he's the shortest one, so we let him go, or Nolan if they're with us, or our wives, right?
Yep.
And then what happens is the people come and push right in front of them.
Okay, I have a great story about that from Wondergrass, actually.
Let's go.
Our dear friend Ryan was having a really good time on Saturday night, and it was me and Eric from Magoo, and we were watching Mountain Grass Unit, and it was a really fun little time, and this guy pushed up in front of us, and like, and it was one of those ones where it's like there was not space for a person there. He just weaseled his way in,
Pushed his way through.
exactly, and everybody around him was clearly like, "Okay, come on, man, like really."
I love how they just like stop.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, oh, that's what's far. Okay, cool. But it was funny because he had a jean jacket on with tassels. So Ryan's reaching up between Eric and one of the other guys, and he's pulling on the tassels just to mess with him, and then turning around and acting like he's not. And then like this guy turns around and he's like looking at me and everybody else like, who's doing that? Stop it! I'm gonna, he got so mad, and then he'd turn around and go back to the show. Ryan would reach up very carefully, just yank on the tassel, and then turn around like he wasn't doing anything.
God damn it!
And
Ryan.
that guy got so mad he left. It was amazing.
So I mean, it worked, right? It was a
Yeah.
good defense mechanism.
Buddy, if you're a listener, sorry about that, but it was pretty funny. I mean, that was like one of the later sets on Saturday, so we had been on one all day. We were feeling froggy, dude.
Never. All right, here's one that we hear a lot about: drunks. Somebody that had a little too
I'm
much
offended.
alcohol. And you know what's funny is I feel like the drunks can then fall into a lot of these other categories, right?
Yes.
Whether it's the chomper or the second set pusher or the fucking woohooer or the balloons.
I mean,
or...
out of these two,
They're definitely
drunks are given if
contributing
you're
to
gonna
the bathroom lines.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the
But like,
bathroom.
bad audio is a way worse thing than drunks, in my opinion. That's
Really?
Yes. I mean, because if you're going to a show that has a bar and you're shocked that people are drinking too much, you're stupid. It's
For
how that
sure.
like, you know what I mean? But like, I expect paying to hear a band play and then having bad or no audio. To me, that's way worse than drunk. I mean, unless you're saying like a drunk starts a fight with you, that's a little different. But
I mean, that would be another one, but that
Yeah.
would fall under the fight. So I feel like the
Exactly, so.
drunkards, because people like bitch about like how they try to walk through the rows of seats, right? Or
Yeah.
somebody being too drunk and like spilling their drink on you and like things like that.
Going to
right?
get a new drink every 10 to 15 minutes. I mean,
spilly
I've been at
drinks,
plenty of
maybe.
those shows, you know.
For
Where
sure.
they're in
And,
and
and
out of
drunks
each
can
aisle or down
guys,
the
that's
row.
why you smuggle in a plastic flask. Get good.
Exactly.
get good.
Save yourself some money. Smuggle in the
They
booze.
don't know what we've been knowing.
Now, any venue
bud.
security that's checking me and recognizes my face, I do not have a flask.
Check his penis. Touch it. Bad audio does suck. I remember we were in, again, I'm going to tell a Telluride story. We were in Telluride, and Trampled by Turtles was the headliner, and I spent a bunch of time in Minnesota and had saw them like come up, so they're very near and dear to my heart. The first 3 songs had like feedback and was so tinny and fucking, although they ripped so hard and were playing so fast with the bad audio, it's like, fuck, it's going to waste, right? So I definitely feel like bad audio can be a dark horse here.
For sure.
But I think there's way too many people that fucking hate drunks. And there's a lot of people who got clean and sober and then hate drunks just because of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, I don't like that. Because, I mean, everybody's going to judge people based upon their own perception. But
When y'all say drunks, I think of the guys that are like swaying back into me as we're kind of moving around during the music and like bumping into my wife. I mean, I've had more bad experiences with drunks than I have bad audio, but bad audio,
I mean, yeah, I
bad
guess
audio
that's a good
sucks.
point. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
had
I
more
mean, that's
drunks
why it's a-
run into
that's
me
why
and
it's
just
a
kind of
one
start
seed,
an
though.
issue.
that's why it's a 1 seed, right? Because it definitely does happen a lot. But that's why let's bring it to the people. They can vote.
Yep.
Who was the one that hated, was it Shay that hated Catterday? Here it
Yes.
is. Costumes
Yeah,
and
costume
themes,
themes.
baby.
Yep. I don't know what it is. That whole thing with like the quirky cats and like like the shirts that are like cats made of tacos, and it's so random.
Taco cat spelled backwards is taco cat.
I cannot stand that shit. And you know, it's that like early 2000s like monkey bacon random Invader Zim type just irritating ass humor that's like that's what it is. That's what started that shit. And it's like, you know, I think of it as stuff that people think is clever on Hot Topic t-shirts. Like,
okay,
what's
I
the
have a
speed
question.
of dark?
I have a question. Would you have done our stupid t-shirt exchange that we did in Atlanta?
I wouldn't consider that a costume theme.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it's just a t-shirt. That's different. That's like, but I'm saying like if it's like a unit, like if it's one of these things where it's like a universal theme and like everybody has, I'm very childish in this way. Like if you tell me I have to wear a costume, it makes me immediately not want to wear a fucking costume. So, you know, I don't know. There's something about that bugs me. But the Catterday theme specifically is annoying. Like, and I'm a hypocrite. If Billy Strings is like, hey guys, we're doing a show and you got to come dressed as a Star Trek character, fucking sign me up, fam. Let's go, dude. So like, you know,
So wait, going back to Billy Strings. So for the Halloween shows, would you dress up for his Halloween shows?
That's different.
You think that's different just because it's
Way
Halloween?
different. Absolutely. Yeah, like it's a
yeah,
theme. Like
so
we usually don't have
think
a
that's
theme,
different,
right?
too.
So
Halloween's different.
yeah.
Because there are people
Yeah.
that dress up in costume or in different things
Yeah.
all the time, every show. I mean, whether it's light up
Right.
or sparkle,
bedazzled,
sequence, whatever.
Sport coat,
Yeah.
Sometimes that stuff's too loud. That's what I would say. The costume themes don't really bother me that much.
Like
but
Shay
if
with
it's
his
really,
Mission
really
Ballroom
loud,
helmet, you know, people wear
Yeah,
that all the
that's
time.
good stuff.
Yeah.
if
Dude,
it's loud,
hold
it's
on.
kind of
I've been
distracting.
rocking the highlighter sweater, boys.
That is
So
a
my
theme.
brain-
I don't know.
That has
That's
no.
different.
That is a uniform / costume.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Do you wear that
Yeah,
around
Yeah, I guess
town
it's
every day?
considered-
Probably
It wouldn't
not.
bother me.
I do wear it around town quite often.
As much as
actually.
you wear it to the shows, which is 100%.
I guess really what I'm realizing, and I just hate Catterday.
It's mostly just a cat.
I don't mind
It's just a
Catterday.
Catterday thing. Shut up, nerd. No, I'm kidding. I love you. Whoa. No, I
Nolan's a really
I don't
cute
know why.
cat.
Nolan is a very cute cat.
Yeah.
And the
He's
fucking
got the
crop
ears.
top really, the crop
Yeah.
top really makes it happen. Speaking of that, standing too close to that crop top, it's definitely fucking creepy when people are like on top of you.
Yeah,
Like,
do you want to
fuck.
snuggle? You trying to grind? What's up with that?
Like
This isn't the ninth
just-
grade dance.
Play your cards right, Jared. Let's see where it goes, bud.
Oh, time and place.
No, you're right. Yeah, time and place. But if standing too close is a problem, especially if there is more than enough room for everybody.
For sure.
Yeah,
and
You know what I
that's
mean? Like,
the only time.
Because there
it's a
are going to be
problem.
times when you're packed
Right.
into a venue so hard you don't
Can't
have
help
a
it.
choice. But yeah, like that fucking DJ Spilly show. That was.
Ooh.
dude, I was wearing kids on my back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was
seriously.
fucking
But, like,
insane.
yeah,
It was
you're right.
insane.
We were
man.
nuts to butts in there, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I told this guy that I was going to get a drink, and he said, you could just go ahead and fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not coming back.
Yeah, I
buddy.
noticed.
And so I just went to the back with Shay. We had a blast.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
There wasn't much to see, honestly. Everybody was just kind of
I know,
of course
vibing.
not. Yeah.
Pretty
You
hyped
bu-
up.
you-
It was fun.
you
It was
bu-
pretty
Oh, it
hyped
was
up.
fun.
What are we at
Yeah.
next?
You boys know that one of my favorite things to do as we leave shows is to and
Ice
make the nitrous sound.
cold.
Before we
Yeah.
even get outside, and then I just see all the Wook's heads whip around. I'm like, what the fuck was that? But dude, the nitrous mafia is fucking real. But let's also talk about glow sticks and confetti. I do not partake in the nitrous anymore, but I have definitely timed a confetti cannon once or twice.
I fucking love glow sticks and confetti, so I'm all in on that. When we
Are you
went
all
to
in
fish,
on throwing glow sticks?
I mean, sure.
Because I think that's
I
what
don't
it
like
is,
getting
is
hit
people-
with them, man.
Yeah,
I just
I
want to
think
get hit
it's
with
Are you
them.
talking
People-
like the big thick boys or like the bracelet ones?
I'm talking
usually
like
the
at
bracelets
fish when
the
it's
ones
just
they
a
throw.
full handful heave of.
Because
they
it didn't
Yeah.
bother me.
packs and just fucking
Yeah.
launch those things.
Yeah, I know that I was the one fish show I went to was in Vegas, and they did 2001, and it was a fucking waterfall of glow sticks from all over that arena.
Which probably looked fucking dope.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
it looks
amazing!
badass.
It's so fun. I mean,
And
it's, I don't know.
Shay, did you get hit?
Yeah,
Did you get hit?
yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say
Yeah,
because if you didn't
but-
get hit, you know, it just
No, I
looks
did.
sick.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it looks sick, and you get hit. But I don't know.
Attaboy.
That does not bother me as much as the nitrous shit. Like,
It's like Braveheart. The arrows are falling down, fucking
Yeah.
piercing your skin.
No pain, no
but
gain.
I
baby.
fucking love glow sticks, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people that didn't like the glow sticks from being thrown. They didn't like the confetti because you're making work for other people. Meanwhile, all these motherfuckers are leaving their cans and fucking
Yeah,
drugs and all
I
this
get
shit
that
on the
point.
floor.
Have you ever
but-
seen them sweep up the pit afterwards? Any of you?
No.
It
They're
is so
cool. Yeah.
quick. There's like 30 of them, and they just put it all in one big ass pile. It doesn't fucking
Yeah, no,
matter,
it's not
dude.
bad.
There's
I will
smokes
say
on
that
the
I have
ground.
never-
There's stickers. There's all sorts of cans and shit.
I've never popped a confetti cannon at an outdoor venue. I've been purposeful.
Yeah,
in that.
you're not trying to litter.
Yeah.
We don't need any birds
I'm not-
eating that shit.
And I also
Yeah.
make a point to bring the big ass cannon, and I fucking hide it in my leg, not like the little dainty ones or the ones that you like throw.
Yeah.
But like Nitrous Mafia talking about fucking trash, dude. The balloons on
Yeah,
the fucking
dude, that shit is
terrible.
nasty.
dude, it is.
Yeah,
I
it's
do love
uncomfortable.
watching like some random dude pick up a balloon, just blow it up with his breath, and then try to sell it to somebody. That shit's amazing, and I respect you as an entrepreneur. But like, other than that, it's pretty terrible.
Dude, I also like. Have you ever seen anybody flop out from fucking Nitrous?
Yep,
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of guys hit their heads pretty hard just standing around
It
outside
can
of
be
venues.
pretty
That
bad,
happens
which is
pretty
why
often.
if you are a
That
flopper, you
night,
should
guys,
sit down.
this is not my thing. I don't not super into it or anything, but like, guys, it's a sit down sport.
It is definitely
Like,
a sit down
that is a
sport.
sit-down sport.
Their
Do not
fucking
stand while you
lips
do
get
that shit,
purple.
because-
I have a buddy Matt that fucking he is a fish. He flops out all the time. And then what I love is this fucking
Is that
idiot
who's
will
always
hold
rolling
the-
up with the suitcase of a tank?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that dude he holds two fucking large balloons, and then he'll fucking huff one too much, flop out, and then the other one fucking blows away, and then his wife will come and be like, "What the fuck, Matt?" And he'll be like, "Ugh, you fucking dirty wook." So for me, like, I'm all about the confetti and cannons thing. Fucking Nitrous Mafia needs to get their shit together. The last one
We got what?
of the tournament.
Ticket scalpers versus loud singers?
Yeah, buddy.
Ticket scalpers.
Whew! I know I'm guilty of one of these. And that's
I'm
singing
guilty of both of
loudly,
these.
baby. I let it rip
But, like-
sometimes. Sorry, boys.
I've scalped a few tickets in my day.
Is it? Are we supposed to be sorry for singing at a concert though?
You know,
No, but if I can't hear the band over you,
Oh, for sure. Like I'm not trying to
Yeah.
sing into your ear, but I
Yeah.
also feel like some songs are made to sing along.
absolutely.
Some
True,
everybody's
true,
singing.
100%.
Some songs
and the band
everybody's
expects
singing.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fucking band is even like egging you on. They're like, "All right, now you're gonna do this." Be like, "Yeah, bitch, you gonna tell me I can't sing when they're telling me to sing?"
I'm not a huge fan
Like-
of maybe the drunk guy or somebody who's trying to sing and they just don't know the words, or they're just clapping
Or it's,
along
they're not
off,
singing;
off
they're
pitch
just
or off tune.
screaming the words.
Yeah, and that's why I said loud singers, because they are
Yeah.
just like the fucking banshee
Yes.
yelling, just "Ah!"
Yes.
which can get fucking annoying. But again, like it's hard because like, are we trying to tell people like how they're supposed to experience the show? But again, then it comes to the community. Like, what the fuck do you guys think that matters and what sucks? What I think sucks way more than loudspeakers or singers is these motherfuckers that are buying shows and then immediately trying to sell it for 3 or 4 times the value, knowing damn well that they were never planning on coming to the show. The bots are fucking
Yeah,
awful,
I guess
bro.
when you say ticket scalping, I'm not thinking of that. I don't think I've never bought a ticket with only the intent to sell it.
Yeah.
But if you
No,
have an extra and you're going to sell it, you're going to sell it for market value.
Yeah, usually. I have sold stuff for overvalue
I
in the
think
past.
that's fair.
I've
Yeah.
definitely sold tickets for overvalue.
But it's been a long time. Like
But
that
what
was
I will
especially when I was, like,
always do is I will ask my friends, "Hey, does anybody want to go to this show for what I paid for it?"
Absolutely.
Right?
yeah.
And then if not, then yeah, I'll go throw it on cash or trade for the same. I usually look at like what's the lowest price that all the other tickets are at, and then just fucking throw it on there and get there. What's bullshit is like trying to find these big shows or big ticket shows, and like you just can't. You cannot get some of these tickets like widespread at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, dude! Like it was almost immediate and gone. And I know that there's different situations and it's always been a hard ticket to get, but it's like, oh, okay, now I can go online and I can buy one for fucking $800. Like,
I think the most I've ever sold something for was like, I think I sold a $50 or $60 ticket for about, so it was like I sold it for like $100 or $110, like in line. And you know, it was one of those things where some guy was like, I'll give $100 whatever dollars for this, anyone that can get me in. And I was like, okay, sure. Done. I got an extra. I would have sold it to my face, but I didn't tell him that. You know, but I don't regret that because he had a good time and it paid for my drinks that night.
For sure. So let me ask you guys this. I mean, I think overall in the scene, ticket scalping is not acceptable, but scalping posters somewhat is, right? I think we've all accepted that people are, you know, there's flippers or people are in it to sell, you know, you buy mine, I buy yours, a little poster buddy, or, you know, we all, not that I'm saying that we're doing it ourselves, but I feel like it's been normalized in the scene. What's the difference? I guess that's something I've never understood. You know, why are we not selling everything at market value, or why are we not selling everything at face value? You know, it's
capitalism, baby.
Well, I know, but why is it acceptable for one and not the other?
Well, for one thing,
getting a poster is a little bit more difficult than
it is. Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's a physical thing, and then like that you can hold as opposed to an experience. And the other thing is most of the time, if you're reselling a ticket, I have just bought that sitting in my underwear at my computer. Like, I didn't have to go stand in line and go for that. And then I actually don't have to ship that either. So I feel like it's just, there's a little bit more labor involved with reselling a poster. Like, I had, like, especially the ones like, I mean,
you're right, but you took the time out of your day to to go online and get that ticket. You purchased your money, or with your money. Now your money is locked up. You're invested. But so what's the difference?
The difference is I can buy a ticket in 10 minutes, and I've waited in line for 6 hours for a poster.
We've also not waited in line for posters.
Yeah, I know, but it's also like a physical, and I have to drive down there. I have to buy it. I have to physically be there. I have to spend gas to get it. There's like just like the economics of it is it's just more resource. I mean, I'm being pedantic here to come up with an answer, but like, you know, and then I have to store the thing and sit on it and take care of it until I get rid of it. So
Tyler,
to be clear, like I've got
dictionary.com.
Huh?
Dictionary.com.
What about dictionary.com?
Pedantic.
Oh, well, you'll figure that one out. You know, but it's just one of those things.
We should have a Shay big word of the day.
It's got to, yeah, dude.
I mean, what do you other guys think? I feel like there's not a right or wrong answer to this, you know?
No.
I feel like I buy so many fucking tickets to so many shows that first off, it's hard to buy all of them on drop day, right? Because like now all these shows for the end of summer have been selling in February and March, right? And I'm buying tickets for like August. Yeah. So if you're not like on top of it and prepared, then the only chance for me to go get to see some band that I really want is paying 3, 4, 5 times face value to fucking get in. That shit hurts. And I understand that it's like the market value. And I guess it's similar to the poster thing. But like what Shay was saying is there's more of a service put in to get that poster, because not only did you have to get a ticket, you had to put the time in and buy the poster, put it, whatever it was. I honestly just feel like I don't think that I agree with the people that turn it into a business that are using the bots to buy the tickets strictly to flip them. Because then you're just taking it away.
Let's take the bots out of it, I guess, on that opinion. I don't agree with the botting.
So then for me, like what I wish that would happen is, and I know that they do it, but I also know that flippers get into it, is more pre-sales for fans of those bands, right? So like instead of just like a general sale that anyone can go and get, like, hey, you're part of the Dickbags fucking fan club, and now you get a special Dickbags ticket opportunity, right? Or whatever it is. Or even like a raffle to buy those tickets for the chance or whatever. Because how much does it suck when you go into those waiting rooms and there's like that little walking man, and then you get your number queue and you like waited the whole hour in the pre-waiting room before the waiting room, and then you're like number 23,718. And you're like, fuck.
I have no chance.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, well, this is done. I feel like that sucks. And at the end of the day, I want more people to enjoy music and opportunities. So fuck ticket scalpers.
Yeah,
Oh.
I like lotteries a lot. Where if it's like, all right, everybody can enter for a chance, and it's just whoever gets the 3-day pass gets a 3-day pass, and then if you don't, you can fucking figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck ticket scalpers.
That shit's great. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
Tyler,
I think
zoom out.
I think even ticket scalpers that are not bots. I mean, it still sucks because for somebody that's on like a budget, right? And they only have $110 with fees to buy this ticket with, and it's their favorite band. They can't travel out of state. Finally, they get a chance to see them locally, and then somebody from fucking Pittsburgh flips it for double the price. Now they can't go. You know,
But I
sold
also
out.
think that there's then pressure for the people like us who would sell at face value to now be like, oh, well, they're going for this, then why am I not just selling it for this as well?
Yeah, it's a tough choice, but
Right?
that's why you got cash or trade. You know, that's
So, but that's
That
why we
helps.
ask, what's the reason for this, right? And cash
Yeah.
or trade isn't always the fucking answer. There's
Nope,
all
not
sorts
always.
of ups and downs and shit that's going on. There is obviously a lot of bullshit that happens at concerts. And so we will fill out all of our brackets. We'll put it out there. We'll share it. We are going to get it onto our socials, into our Facebook group. It is at What's the Reason for This, or What's the Reason for This with a question mark on Facebook. You can take this, you can fill it out, send it to us. You either have to put it in the group or on our Instagram. We will start our voting this week. I think it won't be until Thursday. So we will do 4 rounds. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then that way we can make an update for next Monday's episode where we will have the second round and it'll be the Sweet 16. And we can go from there and we will keep everybody going. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're super stoked to be doing this. And then more importantly, I am excited to then talk to people on like, hey, how do we make this better? When we have a chopper, like, let's talk about how to properly and what's the nice etiquette to alleviate the shit that we hate, right? Or like with tall people, what's the answer? Like, what's the reason for this? And now what can we do about this as a community to make it better? So I'm excited to see what we come up with. I'm excited to see what these brackets look like, because obviously with college basketball, it can get pretty fucking crazy. With voting, we could have somebody that makes this a dark horse. Now, obviously, I am going to be putting fucking empty chairs all the way to the end. We'll see what you guys come up with. But I'm super stoked. If anybody has questions, please feel free to reach out to us. But that's it. We'll see you later.
later.